You are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast.
What is going down? What is going down? It's your boy, Studio MacGyver, and you are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. What's up, my people? How are you guys doing out there, man? We have a lot to talk about. Newcomers, welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, we talk about anime, we talk about video games, and we talk about everything else in between. Yes, nerd culture is where it's at, and I am here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and new listeners, thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again and every Monday hereafter. Got a few things to talk about today. Yes, we're going to be talking about Fallout first. Yes, Bethesda is out here in these video game streets. They're raping and pillaging players all over the fucking world. And yeah, we're going to get into that. The butter is out. It is real. And oh my God, it's a disaster. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some anime that kind of caught my attention. No, I haven't had a chance to watch any of them yet. I'll get to that as well. But there's some that I do want to put on my list, and I do want to eventually get to and watch. And also, I'm going to be talking about another fucking sleeper beat 'em up. It came out on the 24th of October. Right up under my nose. Couldn't believe it when I saw it. And a lot of you guys, Persona players, might really be feeling this game. Going to talk a little bit about that one. Also, some Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, info. So excited for this game. Comes out January. But there's been some new footage out here. You guys aren't going to believe it. Some of you Dragon Ball fans, man, get ready. And yes, the Outer Worlds. I've been playing Outer Worlds, man. And, man, I'm loving it so far. Going to talk about that. And then another thing I want to really address, man, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are understanding me and feeling me when I bring this up. It's about an issue that I have with streaming services when it comes to anime in particular. I mean, you can actually put movies in the same genre. I mean, you can put it in the same bowl. You can put, TV shows in the same bowl as well. But, it's added an extra layer of frustration for me as an anime fan. And I'm definitely going to be talking about that, guys. I'm like 110% sure that you guys are going to understand this when I break this shit down. Let's begin, guys. Let's begin. What should I start with first? What I want to talk about first, I guess the elephant in the room. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and knock that fucker out of the room. And I'm talking about Fallout first. Okay. Yeah. Bethesda is, man, they've definitely fell from grace. I'll definitely say that. I mean, I remember back in the days, when they were the creme de la creme, man. I mean, they were known out here in these video game streets. And, their Fallout series, was hands down one of the best. I mean, I had some of the best times of my video game life and some of the worst playing Fallout franchises. And, they've been known to be rough around the edges as far as the production of, their games, especially on the PlayStation 3. Oh my God. I mean, the game was so good though, that even though I got all of these glitches, even though I got all of these, freezes, on my playthrough, I still played it all the way through. And, that was really when they were on a cusp, the beginning of the DLC and, patches and all of that. So, I mean, there was never really a patch, if I'm not mistaken, for the PlayStation 3 version. But, they still made a good game. They still made a good game out there. And now, in the age we live in now, I mean, with the age of the DLC and the monetization and all this bullshit, all this fuckery out here in these video game streets, it's my cup runneth over is what I'm trying to say here. And, I talk about EA all the time and I talk about 2K, but I guess it's time to go ahead and put Bethesda amongst these guys as well, because I mean, I thought, I was being, I thought I was seeing shit. But I guess that bulge in the back of Bethesda's shirt, when you lifted it up, to my dismay, it was a fucking tub of butter. Yes, it was a tub of fucking butter. I think it was, I can't believe it's not butter, or I want to say it also could have been Parquet. Anyway, it was one of those butters. It was a tub of butter, and I put my hand on it on accident, trying to push Bethesda away from me and say, get away from me. And when I did that, I noticed that the butter was not cold. It was actually warm. And they were about to do something extremely terrible to somebody out here in these video game streets. Somebody was getting ready to buy, this Fallout first, and they were going to get fucked. And, I didn't know what to do, man. I mean, I was frozen, with fear. I didn't know what to do. I was just thinking to myself. I got selfish and I started thinking about myself, and I ran because I wasn't going to buy this game. I wasn't going to touch this shit with a 10-foot pole. The only thing I could think of as I'm running away is, man, that poor soul, whoever's going to experience this it's going to be terrible. Let's get into this a little bit. Let's get into it. Basically what these motherfuckers are doing is it's basically shit that should have been in the game that has been locked behind fucking paywalls. Okay. So everybody, playing Fallout 76, who's been fucked and continues to be fucked. There was supposed to be some kind of update, some kind of DLC coming, but it got postponed and they pushed it back to 2020. And now we have Fallout First. Now, let me give you a list of some things that are included with this, including the price and how all that shit works. And this is what really set people over the edge. Some of the features are private worlds, a scrap box for unlimited junk storage, a survival tent that creates a new placeable fast travel point with a stash, sleeping bag, and more. Okay. Also $16.50 atoms per month, a Fallout New Vegas armor outfit, and exclusive icons and emotes. These are the things that come with this, I guess, subscription. Yes, you heard it right. I did say subscription, and let's get to that. Let's get to the prices. You can do a yearly subscription for $100. Yes, I said that. You heard it correctly. Or you can do a monthly subscription, which is $12 a fucking month. Are you serious right now, Bethesda? Are you fucking serious right now? I could feel Bethesda's hands slowly trying to pull down my pants as we speak. Warm butter in one hand, dick in the other. Okay. Ready to dip their cocks into this warm butter. Okay. And plunge it in my ass as I remain, knocked out, unable to defend myself. Okay. This is the shit that I'm talking about here. Okay, if you know anything about Bethesda, you know that the fuckery is real out here in these streets. And to be honest with you, I almost feel like if you buy this, you deserve everything you get. The writing's on the fucking wall. If you pay for this shit, if you support this shit, then you deserve every fucking thing that you fucking get from this goddamn company. That's how I feel about it. I'm not pulling any punches. I'm not playing lollipop games. I'm not running around the mulberry bush. I'm keeping it 110% fucking real here. And I feel myself getting slightly agitated because this is just ridiculous. It's completely, utterly ridiculous. The fuckery that I am witnessing in these video game streets, the industry that I hold so dear to my heart, it's crazy, man. It's like watching somebody you absolutely adore go around fucking people, go around raping people, okay, stealing from people. That's how it fucking feels, man. You know what I mean? All this negative press, all of this bullshit. It was bound to happen. Let's keep it real with each other, man. It was bound to happen. The politics are seeping into this industry and they are corroding it in every fucking direction. You have companies like this who are terrorizing the industry, man. You know what I mean? Like I said before, man, and I say it all the fucking time. Okay. These motherfuckers don't give a damn about us gamers because the people that are making these decisions don't play games. They sit in their fucking office all day long, drinking puddles and puddles of fucking sake, smoking unlimited fucking scrolls filled with endo, and they make decisions. Yes, that's all they do. That's all they do. They get fucked up and they make bad decisions. And then the raping begins. The pillaging begins. Okay. I don't know what else to say to it. I'm at a loss for words right now. I really am. I mean, everything is written on the wall. The negative press is there. It's here. It's all over. Let me just read you guys a little bit, from what's going on out here with Bethesda. Okay. Continuing from what I've already told you guys. Okay. It got worse for Bethesda when it emerged. Some of the features locked behind Fallout First don't work properly. It turns out private worlds, one of the key draws of the subscription, are not actually private. Yes, you heard it correctly. And the scrap box is deleting some players' junk. The issue with private worlds is pretty glaring. You can't make them invitation only, which means anyone in your friends list may see your private world and join it, whether you want them to or not. As for the scrap box, some players have said its unlimited capacity storage space is swallowing their junk whole. In a statement issued to Polygon, Bethesda said it is working to sort out these problems. We understand that this is not what players expected for their private worlds. Bethesda is quoted saying, "We are looking to provide an option in the upcoming patch that will allow Fallout First members to restrict access to their servers more completely. Fixing the scrap box issue is currently our top priority," Bethesda said. "We are also exploring ways to restore the missing items." It's a disastrous launch for Fallout First but the PR nightmare has now broken through the specialist press barrier and hit the mainstream. At the time of this publication of this article, the page of the BBC website is home to features on the person who nabbed the domain for falloutfirst.com. Bethesda did not bother. David Chapman from Indiana paid $21.40 for the domain and used it to mock Bethesda's official Fallout First announcement blog post. Chapman told the BBC Fallout First was the straw that broke the camel's back and made me make this website. My motivation stems from a frustration with Bethesda, he said, and in general, the current trend of the gaming industry. I 110% agree. They said players have been asking for this. Players never asked to pay a subscription for features hidden behind a paywall. Okay, guys, I mean, I don't understand. I don't know what else to say to you. And this is just the tip. Okay. No pun intended. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay. This is what's going on out here in our video game streets, and it has to stop. And, if anything, at least I can be grateful for people out here like this Chapman fellow who is doing things to try to remedy the situation the best they know how. And, if you heard what I just read to you guys, you heard that even this Fallout First bullshit is tainted. It's already fucked up. I mean, there's already been mistakes. There's already glitches already. These motherfuckers put out straight garbage. Fallout 76 was a bowl of hot garbage. Okay. Fallout First is now a bowl of hot garbage. The shit doesn't even work. You can't even put out something that works correctly. People who, the few people out there who are risking their booty hole, risking the life of their asshole, that are pulling their pants down for you and saying, "Take me, Bethesda." These people, you can't even get your shit right for them. Okay. So they're going to wake up sore as fuck. Okay. They're not going to be able to shit for a week because they're going to be focused on their asshole trying to heal. Okay. with that caked up dry butter on their ass, okay? With hickeys on their neck that smell like fucking sake. They're going to wake up with the back of their neck smelling like sake, Indo, and their booty holes are going to be sore as fuck with blood and butter mixed. It's just going to be a fucking disaster. It's already a disaster. It is. And I mean, look, I refuse to become a victim of this company. I do. And when I see shit like this, I can't help but just to vent. I'm going on a tear right now because, man, my cup runneth over, guys. My cup runneth over. Please forgive some of the words that I'm using right now. If it makes you uncomfortable, I apologize in advance. But God damn it, this is this is ridiculous. It is. It is, man. And I don't even know what else to say to it. I mean, the frustration gets no realer than this. Oh God. If you're thinking about buying this, if you're thinking about making that purchase of the subscription, please don't do it. Please don't. I mean, I shouldn't have to, say it, but evidently there's people out here still giving, this franchise a chance right now. It's a shell of its former self. It's fell from grace. I mean, I don't know what else to say to you guys. This industry, this trend is getting very, very, very ridiculous. And sooner or later, they're going to learn. I mean, like I said, you keep doing this, you keep on fucking people. I mean, the sales are going to dictate it. And then you're going to have customers, you're going to have fans, who are passionate about this shit, who are the ones that's pretty much trying to keep you guys afloat right now. They're going to get fed up and they're going to take matters into their own hands. And then this is what you're going to get. You're going to be on, mainstream media. You're going to be trending for all the wrong reasons. And a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. A lot of people are going to, not be in a happy place. Let me just say that. So if I were you, I'm telling you right now, if you're a fan of the series, the best thing you can do for it is take it out to the pasture and put one in its head and slowly walk away. I mean, that's all you can do. And I would do that. I mean, because sometimes you got to hurt, to be happy. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it fucking works. Okay. You may not want to. I mean, it may be very hard for some of you guys out here, but you have to do it. It's a necessary evil, man. It must be done. Okay. Because if you don't, they're going to continue to keep making this trash and, wasting everybody's time, money, resources. And it's just not right. And they're sullying the name of this franchise. I don't even know if it can come back. I don't even know if Fallout can come back. I don't. After this Fallout 76 fiasco, and now you got Fallout's first, they didn't learn their lesson from 76, apparently. And, they continue to put out shit. First of all, they fuck us. Okay. They put out a complete, bowl of fuckery. And then to add insult to injury, the fuckery doesn't even work properly. So you can't even make a piece of shit right. You can't even, create something, to fuck us and make it right. You can't even do that right. So what does that fucking say? That says you guys are fucking trash. And I wish all the bad things that could ever happen to a person. I wish it all to happen to this franchise right now and just wipe the slate fucking clean and hire some people in here that actually know what the fuck they're talking about, that actually know about video games, that actually care about video games, man, and get it fucking right. Don't put out a subpar at best product, which that's not even it. When I'm talking about this franchise, it's not even there yet. It's below that, but I'm trying to be generous here. Stop putting out garbage. Stop doing it. I mean, you were a first person, franchise. You know what I mean? That's what you guys were. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Then you want to try to monetize shit. You want to get more people to come and you want to do all this shit. And then you put out trash. Okay. You say, oh, let's do this new Fallout 76 shit. And you don't give a fuck about the repercussions. I mean, you just put out trash. You put it out incomplete, and don't tell me that you didn't know that this game had bugs when you put the shit out. I don't want to hear that shit, man. Because that's a fucking lie. All right? You put this shit out knowing it had the bugs, and you were hoping that the fandom and the love that the fans had for this series would overpower the fuckery that you put out here in these video game streets. And it turned on you. Okay. it turned on you. And then in today's age, you can't do that. The beautiful thing is, if you fuck up out here now, out here in these days, in this age, you're going to be called out for it. Okay. If you wipe your ass sideways, somebody's going to call you out for it. Okay. That's one of the only things that I actually like about, the age we live in as far as, media is concerned, is that you fuck up, they're going to show it to you. Okay. They're going to pull that mirror right up in your face. But, you know what? Let me back away from this, because it's bringing me down, guys. It's bringing me fucking down. I really just hope they get everything that's coming to them and then some. And like I said, you keep fucking people, I mean, bad things are going to continue to happen to you. If you go into a situation with ill intentions or cruel intentions, you could say that, then, it's going to come back around 360. You're going to pay for it. And this is what's happening right now. And I'm done with Fallout, man, the franchise. I mean, I don't know if they can ever recover from this. I honestly don't. I mean, because now you're going to have, every time they put something out, even if they say, fuck it, we're done with, monetization, what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our roots. We're going to do, just single player games where we used to do. Even if they went and did that, there's still a giant question mark that I'd have over, my head. I wouldn't just go out and say, oh, okay, cool, I'm buying this. No. Best case scenario for me, I'd rent it first. I'd rent it and play it. I wouldn't even give them my money more. They don't deserve my, a full purchase from me. You know what I mean? After all the shit that they've done, after all the fuckery that they have been indulging in, these last few years, man, I can't justify giving them anything out of my pocket. Okay. Which is kind of strange. And we're talking about Obsidian, and I'll get to Obsidian a little bit later. But let me drop that. Let me put all this shit down, guys, and walk away from this, because, I had to talk about it because you can't go anywhere and not see it and not hear it. I cover video games, I'm a gamer, and, I see this shit every day. I mean, I'm on Twitter, I'm on fucking Instagram. I mean, I'm just, it falls in my lap. It's right in front of me, man. You know what I mean? So I just like, you know what? I didn't even want to talk about it. I didn't even feel that they deserved my attention, but no, let me, shine some light on it, because it needs to be said. And if I didn't say anything about it, I almost feel like I'd be wrong for not saying anything about it, because this is the podcast that talks about video games. And, this is something I feel that's important and needs to be said. A lot of people are saying it out there on their YouTube channels and maybe other podcasts as well. So you know what? Fuck it. I said what I needed to say, and I'm going to put that shit to bed now. I hope you guys take heed, and, hey, if you feel that you still, after all of this, and everything that's going on, you still feel that you need to play this game or indulge in this game, hey, more power to you, man. I mean, just please, a little word of advice. Make sure when you use the bathroom, or make sure when you get out the shower, that you clean up all of the butter off of your ass. Make sure that you don't leave any parquet, any country crock, any Lando Lay on your ass. Okay. Make sure you get all the blood off of there and all of that too. And just protect yourself. Okay. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's all I can tell you. That's the only advice I can give you. On that subject, I'm gone now. Let's move on. All right. One thing I failed to mention at the beginning of the show when I was talking about things to talk about is delays. Yes, there's been some delays. There's been actually a handful of fucking delays on some games. And the only one I really give a fuck about, though, let's keep it real, for me, is Fallout. No, I'm sorry. See, guys, you see what's happening? Fallout is in my fucking head now, and I can't get it out. Anyway, back to the delays. The only delay that I give a fuck about is The Last of Us 2. Yes, if you didn't know, guys, The Last of Us 2 was supposed to come out in February. Okay. And now it is not. Now it is slated for May 29th, 2020. So they pushed it back. And I don't even know why May 29th. What the fuck? This is kind of retarded to me. Why the fuck would you put it out on May 29th? Like the end? It's just, I don't understand that. Just say fucking June, man. I mean, I don't even look at it as May 29th. No, it's June. That's when it's coming out. In my mind, in my eyes, Fallout is coming. See, God damn it. God damn it. I'm not even editing this shit out. Okay. I'm not going to edit it out. I'm going to keep it 110% real in this podcast and raw, because I feel like this is the raw podcast episode of Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball video game podcast, man. And I'm going to keep it real, and I'm going to keep it fucking raw for you guys this episode. No editing. keeping it 100% raw. But they should just keep it in fucking June. Okay, why May 29th? It just, I don't understand that, guys. And you know what? I will say this about The Last of Us. This is one of the only companies that can do this, and I won't get pissed over it. A lot of people, would be pissed when you hear a game like this, a highly anticipated game like this coming out. And then, they've already showed us, footage and commercials and all that with the February release date on it. And then you hear this, it's getting pushed back further. A lot of people are like, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? But this is one of the only companies that can do that. And the reason why, in my opinion, that is because they're Naughty Dog. Okay. They've earned their right to do this shit. They've been putting out fucking digital gold since I can remember. And when you have a track record like that, it doesn't fucking matter. You can almost do whatever the fuck you want as long as you put out a pristine product. That's the lesson that should be learned here. If you're listening Bethesda, if you're listening EA, if you're listening to all these other companies out here, 2K, are you listening? This is what I'm talking about. When you make a stellar product and you put the customer first, the player first, these are things that you can do. Because everybody knows that Fallout, oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I cannot get Fallout out of my fucking head. You see what it's done to me? Do you see what it's done to me? Oh, it's terrible. It's blasphemous. When you have a pristine company, like I almost said Bethesda, I almost did. When you have a company like Naughty Dog, somebody who makes excellent shit time in and time out, you can do the things that they're doing. You can delay the game because we all know when this game does come out in May that it's going to be worth the wait. And the only reason why they have done this is because they want, and they said it themselves, they want to make sure that they give us the complete product. They want to make sure that they get everything 110% right. They don't want to pull any punches. They don't want to cut any corners. They want the game to do what it's supposed to do and make everybody talk about it again as one of the best games ever. And it probably will be, guys. It probably fucking will be. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the difference between, a company like Naughty Dog and a company like, Bethesda of today and 2K and EA games, companies like that, publisher companies like that. That's the difference right there. So I'm not even tripping on, the game coming out being pushed back to May 29th or June. I'm not even tripping on that. Okay. Because I know when it does come out, it's going to kill. It's going to straight up be one of the greatest games, probably of our generation, of all time. Probably, you can argue that, you know what I mean? Death Stranding is around the corner, so I can't wait to see what people are going to say about that. I'm still on the fence about that game. I do want to play it. Don't get it twisted. I'll probably end up renting the game first. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, I'll probably end up renting it, but like I said, man, I still want to hear more. I got a feeling that the story is definitely going to be engaging. It's definitely going to be out of this world. You're talking about Kojima here, and this is what he does. But there's still a piece of me that just wants to see how this turns out. There's still a little piece in there, and I still have, the Fallen Order, as the game I really, really want to play, really want to buy if I had to buy one. So yeah. It's going to be a rent for me. I'm going to definitely experience it. If it does turn out to be everything I dreamed it would be or could be, then, I'll definitely add it to the collection. And you know what? When you're talking about games and stuff like that, man, I'm not even worried about that because these games aren't going anywhere. You can catch it the year after that. You can catch it on some kind of sale, and come back around to them. Like I said, there's still a lot of games that I haven't had a chance to play that I wanted to play that I'll eventually circle back around and pick up, when the time is right. And that's just how it works. That's just how it goes. And that's cool. I'm patient enough to wait for that. I've got enough things on my plate to keep me busy. I still have a backlog a mile fucking long. There's things like that to handle, so I'm not really worried about that. But I do want to know more about this game. I can't wait till reviews come out and I'll be talking about it, definitely on the show, and you guys can definitely, chime in if you want. I almost want you guys to. I would love for somebody to chime in on the show. I would love to talk with some of you guys on the show about video games, about anime, and, get into some decent conversations, man. I mean, I've talked about it in the past before. If you guys own a computer, if you own a microphone, and you're really, really interested, if you really feel like you have something to bring to the table, then by all means, inbox me and we can talk about it. We can definitely get into some video game gangster shit, and we can arrange something to get you on the show, and we can talk about what we need to talk about. And I think it'd be fun, man. I really, really do. I'm trying to engage more with you guys, my listeners, especially the ones who've been down for a very long time, and are passionate about the same things I am about. So yeah, let's make that a reality. I mean, hit me on Twitter, hit me on Instagram. I'll leave all that at the end of the show. So yeah, let's make that happen. Anyway, man, let's talk about a few anime that I actually wanted to just glaze over because I haven't seen them. I just stumbled upon them, and it made me realize that, man, you know what? I need to focus on my anime collection. I need to focus more on my anime collection. Yeah. If I find a deal, if I see a dope ass deal, I need to go and push play on that, on some of these. And it's going to bring me to another point, a little bit later that I'm going to just talk about for a quick sec. But the main thing, is some of these that I found, and some of you guys might even know about these. I actually posted one on my Instagram, and motherfuckers went bananas over it. I mean, I didn't even know that many people were feeling this anime, but I don't even remember how it came across me. I think I was watching YouTube or some shit, and it was there. It was like a fight scene or some shit was there, and I just clicked on it. I said, I've never seen this before. What is this? Clicked on it. The name is called Ushio Tutora. Yes. And yeah, man, I mean, apparently they got a collection coming out, like the complete collection, on November 8th. It's supposed to be coming out. I don't know how much it is. I didn't check the price, but I know it's up there. I know it's probably like around, I want to say around $75 to $80 or something like that for the complete set. But yeah, it's something to think about. It looks awesome. I mean, it looks absolutely awesome. The shit that I saw, the fight scene that I did witness, and it had me intrigued. I'm not going to lie to you. And I can't believe I haven't heard this. But like I said, and when you're talking about, Japan, and you're talking about anime, I mean, the fucking, oh my God. I mean, it's a sea of thousands and thousands of different ones out there, man, floating around. And you know what I mean? And to me, that's kind of beautiful. That really is. It's kind of beautiful because, I will never run out of shit to watch. I will never run out of shit to watch. There's so much good shit out there, that I never got a chance to see, and shit that's on my list, shit that's on my to watch list that I'll eventually get to. I mean, there's so much good shit out there. I'll never get to see it all, I don't think. But the fun thing is finding new ones like this and discovering them. And, it gets me excited because I'm like, oh, it's something I've never seen before. It looks awesome. I cannot wait to experience this. So this is one that is definitely on my radar. I'm making a anime list, shit that I've already seen, shit that I want to see. And then, I want to go off of that list and eventually, buy all of those anime and, put it in a collection. You know what I mean? And so I can enjoy it whenever I want to, however I want to. Because with these streaming services, guys, I mean, let's just keep it real with each other. It's a disaster in a lot of different senses. Not for every anime, not for every property, but for a lot of these properties out here, it's a disaster, and there should be no reason it should be this way. There's no excuse for this, and I'm going to get into that. But let me tell you about this other anime. I'm sorry, that I want to talk about real quick. And a lot of you guys may know about this one. If you do, inbox me, please. I want to hear about it. This one is like, you can get the whole thing for like $20. There's some kind of sale going on right now. And the name of that is Record of the Lodos War. Yeah. Record of the Lodos War. And once again, another anime that I stumbled upon on YouTube that I don't know how it came across me, but when you're in this anime world, you're going to eventually stumble upon new shit, and that's just what it is. And this is one of them, and it's an older one. I think early 90s is when it was done. But man, when you talk about art, when you want to talk about the art style, oh my God, this is some of the best fucking art I have seen in anime. Like, and I thought I've seen a lot. You know what I mean? And when I saw this, I was like, yo, this shit looks fucking beautiful. It reminds me of just an RPG game turned into an anime. That's basically what it looks like, man. The art style is so beautiful. And, a lot of people have been talking about the dub version of this, and they're saying that a lot of people aren't very happy with the English dub of this. Because they say that it's dated, you know what I mean? The actors they sound kind of cheesy or whatever, but I kind of like that, you know what I mean? When you're dealing with anime, I don't know. I can't explain why. I just kind of do. But I'm anxious to see this one. I think I'm going to push play on this purchase. I think I'm going to buy it. Even though I've never seen it, it's got a lot of high praises. It's got, people who basically, as far as the story and everything, they've said great things about it. So, this is one thing that I might take advantage of and push play on, honestly. And just get to it when I get to it. I don't take a lot of shots in the dark when it comes to anime. Especially I don't do that on games. Definitely don't. But, this one, I think I've heard enough and seen enough and it warrants me to make that decision. But I don't know. I just wanted to bring those up to you guys. Put that on your mind real quick. Also, does anybody know when High Score Girl is coming out? Because it was supposed to be coming out on the 26th. I think that's what I read somewhere. Somebody was saying, but maybe they were just talking about Japan only. And, they were saying that it's coming out in October. Every stone that I turned over, I still get the same answer. It's coming out in October, but fuck, October is almost done here. October is over almost. And I'm like, are you putting it out the last day of fucking October? I mean, is that what we're doing here? I need to know, because I've been wanting to finish that season. I've been really wanting to watch that and anticipating High Score Girl season 2. If you haven't seen High Score Girl season 1, it's on Netflix. You definitely need to watch it. You definitely need to check it out. It is amazing. It is so good. It was just a breath of fresh air, and it wasn't like anime that I typically consume. And I don't know, man. I just loved the premise of the game, the story. I'm sorry. And if you love video games, especially if you love fighting video games, back from the Street Fighter days, and if you're into retro gaming with Super Nintendo, Sony PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn, you're going to love this fucking anime. You're absolutely going to love it. All the references, the story involved in with these characters, and you just will. So definitely check it out. If you're new, if you're listening to the show for the first time, if you haven't heard it, definitely give that a shout. If you have Netflix, which most of us do, check that one out, guys. When season 2 does come out, you best believe you'll be hearing from me. Keep that. You can bet on that. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the point that, I wanted to address with anime. I was talking about it a little bit earlier. And you know what? Here's my issue. Here's the issue that I'm having right now. And this is what makes me, is also kind of like pushing me in a direction to kind of, buy everything that, start buying my anime instead of just streaming it. Of course, I'm not going to stop streaming it, because it's, how else would you know what shit is, truly good or not? But, what made me want to do that is the fact that, I can't even consume, certain anime the way it should be consumed, because the way that they have it broken the fuck up in so many different pieces. Let me give you a fucking perfect example. Okay. Hunter x Hunter. We'll start there. This is one that I'm watching right now. I'm currently watching right now. Okay. Started watching it on Hulu. All right. Now keep in mind, it's also available on fucking Netflix as well. But here's what happened. My issue with Netflix was the same problem I now have with Hulu. It's just, it's not as bad on Hulu. But my issue is this. I started watching Hunter x Hunter. I thought that, oh, cool, it's here. I'm going to get to complete the whole thing here. No problems. And not like Netflix, how they'll give you a season and then you're fucked. You got to go find the rest somewhere else. They did it with Naruto, and they did it with so many other anime. But so I'm watching Hulu, and I'm watching this, and I get past season 1, and then it fucking goes into subs. Now, one of my pet peeves when I do consume anime is, starting an anime with a certain particular dub and then, it changing up on me. I guess now, I guess I need to just say, fuck it. Let me make sure all the episodes are dubbed before I continue to watch it this way. If not, let me just keep it subbed and watch it from beginning to end that way, because if I don't, I'm going to end up getting fucked midway through. And that's what happened with Hunter x Hunter. I started watching it and I got halfway done, and then the fucking subs the dubs went away, and then I had to fucking watch it in fucking subs. So what happened initially is I got to a point where the dubs stopped. Then I said, fuck. So I went to fucking Netflix and I said, let me see if I can find it here. I found it there, and they actually had like 6 to 7 more episodes that were dubbed. Okay. That I got to watch. I said, okay, well, I can watch these dubbed. But then it ended. Then it was done. They had no more episodes. So then I had to jump back to Hulu and finish in sub. Okay. So now I'm watching it in subs now. So I'm like, fuck. And when you watch anime, when I watch anime, I don't know about you, and I'm not the only person. I have a homeboy who also, does the same thing. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. But when you're watching a dub, you can kind of multitask a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I like to work out, and, sometimes when I'm watching anime, because my workout equipment and stuff is in my man cave, and, I'll turn on the anime that I'm watching and I'll work out while I watch, or, I might have something to do in here, and I can still watch at the same time. And I'm not really worried because, it's a dub. I'm not really missing anything. But when you're watching sub, you have to pay more attention. You have to be more focused, and you have to make sure that, you catch everything. Because if you don't, you can find yourself getting lost. And that's me. That's how I feel about it. And that's how a couple people that I know feel about that. You know what I mean? So if you're going to watch dub as opposed to sub, you get a little bit more freedom, in my opinion. But that's a major issue that I'm having with some of these apps, these companies, man. I mean, Hunter x Hunter has been over with. It's done. It's not like this show, this anime is an ongoing anime right now. You know what I mean? So they can't say that. I mean, it's already finished. So my question is this: why the fuck would you put, a partially dubbed, anime on your fucking app, and the fucking anime is already done? Why not put it all on there? I know it's all done. I know all the dub is there. Why the fuck are you doing this? And why the fuck don't you have the complete series, and it's already complete? I don't understand that. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, well, you should go to Funimation, or go to fucking Crunchyroll, or go to VRV, which is owned by Crunchyroll. Like all these fucking different outlets you have to go to just to consume one fucking anime. Just to consume it all in the dub that you want or whatever. I mean, it's kind of infuriating if you ask me. I mean, it is. It doesn't make any sense. Especially a series that's already complete. That's really what has me scratching my head. All right. I don't understand that, guys. I fucking don't. Oh my God. Naruto did the same thing. I experienced that, with Naruto. I think the first couple of seasons were on Netflix, and then I had to finish it on, I think I finished it on, what did I finish it? Crunchyroll? I want to say Crunchyroll. Yeah. But I had to finish it in the subs. And I don't even think all of the fucking dub of Naruto is finished yet. Or if it is, you can't find it anywhere yet. I think the series ended in 2017. So, I mean, do they still have a backlog of, dubs that they have to complete? I mean, it should be done now. I mean, it's almost 2020, right? You know what I mean? So I want to know what the deal is on that. Now, and some, also, if you go to the fucking, the Blu-ray or the DVD, the route or whatever, you can get all your dubs there. That's where it leads me back around to what I'm saying. I mean, if I go buy the Hunter x Hunter, DVD, series, or, Blu-ray or whatever, then I can get all the dub there. You know what I mean? But a lot of us, if you consume, DVDs and Blu-rays, those things are high as giraffe pussy. Let's keep it real. A lot of these are just ridiculous. Like I was at Movie Trading Company earlier, and I saw some outlandish prices on some of this shit. Thank God for the internet though on a lot of this, because I was looking at something that they were charging $40 for. Matter of fact, I was looking for High School of the Dead. All right. And it's only one season. Okay. So, they had it for like $45. I want to say either $40 to $45. Okay. I looked it up online. Boom, $15, $20. You know what I mean? Ready. And I'm like, okay, well, I know what I need to do. I know what route I need to take to make this happen. It won't be, Movie Trading Company. Yeah. And like I'm saying, I mean, I understand everybody has to make their money and, this and this and that. But come on, man. I mean, some of this shit is getting ridiculous. So Yeah, man. I mean, that's why, all these stores and stuff are going out of business a lot of the time because, I mean, shit, they can't compete, you know? But I do give props to Movie Trading Company. That's actually one of my new favorite spots. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can rent games, rent DVDs, Blu-rays. They have dope deals where if you rent a game or a Blu-ray or something and you want to fucking buy it, then, the money you spent already on it, will go towards the purchase of that. So, I mean, there's things that they have going for themselves. I mean, yeah, really some awesome shit. Actually, to keep it real with you guys, I mean, that's how I got, Outer Worlds, and I'll get to Outer Worlds in a minute. But yeah, I rented it from there. $7.99 to get you 5 days. That's better than Redbox, guys. And they didn't even have it at Redbox, which they fucking should have had this game at Redbox. But Redbox charges like $3 a night. So yeah, 5 nights would have costed me $15. So yeah, I mean, things have a way of working themselves out, and I'm enjoying that part of it. Anyway, guys, yeah, that's my frustration with this whole anime thing. There's a lot of them out there. I'm sure you guys can attest to where this has happened to you. And I don't know, man. Like they've done it with other anime as well. I mean, they break shit up, and I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they do it. It'll be broke up in 3 parts on this app, but then in another app, it'll be 2 seasons. And then on Netflix, it'll say, 4 seasons or some shit like that. I'm like, how do you guys decipher what is full season and what's not? Like, and why is it different on your platform than it is on another platform? Like, I don't understand that. It's just all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? So I feel blessed and lucky when I get a series that, I can watch this whole series and not worry about, it switching up on me here or there. That's the type of thing I'm talking about. I mean, now you have anime that are coming out that, like, Netflix has their own shit coming out, and they have some good ones. I mean, so I know that, okay, when I watch this, I don't have to worry about, the fuckery. I can watch it all the way through. But the other ones that are, been out there that have been out here in these anime streets, you can't always depend on that. You can't always depend on the dub. You can't always depend on anything. And that's what I don't understand. I'm still lost by that. I know these dubs exist. If you're showing, if you're advertising this on American soil, on your app, and you don't have the fucking dub, and the dub exists, like, what the fuck are you doing? What is your problem? Why don't you have the dub? And I know it's got a lot to do with actually, contracts and how shit is set up, throughout each company. Like, oh, well, they got the rights, but they only got the rights to the, the subs, and we have the rights to the dub or part of the dub, and this other company has rights to everything. So it's like, damn, it's just ridiculous to me. And then certain apps have certain anime and others fucking don't, which you think that they should, you know what I mean? Vinland Saga, I think, is on fucking Amazon, and then Fire Force is on, like, I think Crunchyroll. I mean, everything is just, you know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. So, I mean, if you wonder why people go other routes like YouTube and all of that, is because of the shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm not finna, break the bank because you guys want to stretch the market out in like a fucking cheap blanket. You know what I mean? I mean, that kind of is almost irritating to me. Have an app or 2 and nothing more, and go with that. You know what I mean? And do that. Don't do this whole shit. Everybody's out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to get that money, trying to get that fast dollar, and the fuckery is real out here, man. So you got to find the best way for yourself to enjoy what you like to do. And some people use the Fire Stick as well, Amazon Fire Stick, and that's cool too. By any means necessary, I'm going to get my anime. Trust me, by any means necessary. So, whatever I have to do, I'm going to make it happen. And that's just me, you know what I mean? And I'm sure I'm not the only person, but I'm going to let that go and put that on the table and walk away from it. Anyway, what I want to talk about next is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, yes. This game's going to be awesome, guys. This game's going to be fucking awesome. I just stumbled upon some footage the other day, and there's actually game footage of Majin Vegeta. Yes, free roaming. So you're going to get to play as Majin Vegeta out here and fly around these streets and get into shit. There's going to be character-specific quests. So you're going to be Gohan. You're going to get a chance to play as, Vegeta. You're going to get a chance to play as Majin, the different versions. I think Piccolo as well. Yeah, man. I mean, they've been holding back, You know, they've got all these surprises coming out, and this game is definitely going to be a game of all games when it comes to the Dragon Ball shit. I cannot wait to play this one. A Dragon Ball RPG? I mean, fuck. Oh my God. I can't wait for this. This is one I've been just wanting to play for so long. And they finally have one. And I can't wait to find out like the little hidden, you know, gems and tidbits that, you know, they have within this game. I cannot fucking wait. As a Dragon Ball fan, I cannot fucking wait. And I knew Goku wasn't going to be the only one, you know, playable in this. You just can't do the story without other characters. You just can't. I mean, because part of what makes Dragon Ball so dope to me is the other characters. You know what I mean? That's what makes, that's what fleshes out Goku and everything else, because Goku wasn't even involved in the whole series. I mean, there was times where he was dead, he was gone, you know, and everybody else was still living their best life, so to speak. So, you know what I mean? So they had to do it right. And they have to me, it looks like they've done everything and then some, you know, on this game. And they're not going to reveal everything to us, but what they've shown us so far, man, goddamn, you know what I mean? It's beautiful. Can't wait to play this shit. I really can't. I can't wait to see who else is playable. I can't wait to see, you know, what else is going on, you know, in this game with this game. I'm so ready for it. I really am. And I'll definitely be covering this game, guys. So definitely look forward to that on the channel. Speaking of my YouTube channel, man, I'm not going to have all my podcasts on the channel like I thought I was. Man, I've finally got fucking blocked, had an episode blocked. And I think it was because of the music that I was using in the beginning of the show. And, you know, I forgot how fucked up YouTube actually is. But, you know, now I'm seeing it and, you know, it's all good. Fuck it. I mean, I will find a different way to make that happen. I'm still working on a Discord server. So I'm going to try to find a way to get all the episodes and have them on my Discord and among other things, guys. So I've talked about my Discord before. I just want to make sure that's right. And I don't want to put it out there and it not be, you know, of substance. You know, I want everything, you know, I want it to be meaty and I want you to go there and be able to, you know, experience a lot of different things. So that's what I'm waiting on. I just want to get it right. I feel like Naughty Dog right now. I want to push it back. I want to make sure everything is right. I don't want to be Bethesda. I don't want to be 2K. I don't want to be fucking EA. All right. Anyway, yeah. On another note, guys, there's been a sleeper beat 'em up game out here, and I can't believe I missed this shit. I can't believe I missed it. It goes by the name of Dusk Driver, and people describe it as a beat 'em up with a Persona-like style. So if you're into the Persona series, then you probably really enjoy this game. I hate to admit this, but I have not experienced Persona yet. Any Persona game. And people have been telling me you need to, you know, play this, you need to play that. And I eventually will, man. I promise you guys. Eventually I will play Persona. Persona 5 is one that everybody's screaming about. I will. It seems like a game that I would like. But right now, you know, I just don't have the time. There's so many things going on. I'll eventually do. I eventually will get to it. But this game here is a beat 'em up. You know, you guys, if you're new to the show, I love beat 'em ups. For those of who've been here with me, I adore beat 'em ups, and this is another one that just flew under the radar. And the art style is beautiful. The backdrop is, you know, Japanese. I love that. Same thing with God damn it, why can't I think of the goddamn name? River City Girls. That scene, you know, schoolgirls, you know, in Japan and all that. I mean, I love that. I love that. I love that backdrop. You know what I mean? I love the culture in Japan. And, you know, this game looks to be, you know, another feather in the cap of that culture, man, of what they're producing. It's just, it looks awesome. And, you know, it's actually not even a AAA game. It's a AA game. It's considered to be a AA. I think it's like $50 out of the gate. And it's only available for Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC, not Xbox. I don't understand that, but hey, I guess it is what it is. And definitely check it out. Definitely look into it. If you're looking for another beat 'em up game, something to, you know, pique your interest, check this one out. I'll definitely be picking this one up. Hopefully, you know, maybe they got a sale on Black Friday or something. You know what I mean? They did say that on the Nintendo Switch, man, it is a little taxing on, you know, the machine and certain parts of the game. So that kind of, I wanted to get it for the Switch. You know what I mean? But if it's doing that, I don't know. You know, games like this is perfect. Something I would love to play on the Switch. But they said they got patches or updates on the way. Hopefully when that comes, that, that can be remedied. And matter of fact, I'll look into that probably tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, I definitely want to play this. It's very interesting. It's another beat 'em up just to add on my want to play list. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because my money is really tied up right now, and Christmas is around the corner, and I have to make sure, the kiddies get the things that they need. And yeah, man, my kid is only 6, but he's going to get an Xbox this Christmas. He's going to get an Xbox because it's going to be cheap, and it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of games that he's going to want to play. He loves Minecraft. So, I mean, I think the game comes, with a Minecraft download, and, yeah, man, a $50 gift card and some other goodies. So, there's going to be a lot of games in Fortnite. He loves Fortnite. So, it's a perfect gaming system for him, I think, to get into. And then there's a few games that never came out on the Sony PlayStation that I'd like to indulge in, and I actually would get a chance to play some of those, with him or just playing period. You know what I mean? So that's, seems like the perfect purchase for him. I mean, cause he's a gamer like me, like his daddy, man. He loves fucking video games. I mean, when you grow up around it, all you see is games and, all of that type of shit. You know what I mean? You're going to want to indulge, I mean, he's 6 years old, and I can actually trust him for the most part to come into the man cave when I'm not home. And he knows how to turn everything on, turn everything off. He knows how to play the Sega Saturn now. He knows how to operate the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3, and the Nintendo Switch. He knows it all. He has his own, he has his own, his own profiles and all of this shit. So, you know what I mean? I mean, he's only 6. This kid is smart. Don't get it twisted. But, to say he loves his game. So I think it'll be the perfect purchase, man. No more toys. He got so many toys. They're all over the house. They're all over the place, man. I'm walking around stepping on Legos and shit like that. So yeah, I want to get him something that, he can kind of grow into. And then, I think it's a perfect system. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. And yeah, he's going to have a pretty dope Christmas. But yeah, man, my money's tied up and shit like that. But, man, that's how it is. You know what I mean? I can't say that, I'm not happy, because I'm a very happy individual. I still have everything I need, everything at my disposal. So I'm Gucci, man. I'm cool. And guys, that's going to pretty much do it for the show. I mean, I just want to talk and leave you guys with the Outer World experience before I get out of here. Okay. I've rented Outer Worlds. I've been playing it for a couple of days now, and I'm still early in the game, but I do want to say that the game is fucking amazing. Surprisingly amazing to me. I cannot believe that this game is as good as it is, man. It plays very, very smooth. It's pretty to look at. It's got its own style art wise. They went into this game. You can tell they went into this game with a specific art style in mind. And they wanted to stick to that. And that's what they've done so far, man. The writing, let me just say the writing so far. And, I've heard people say this already. The writing is excellent, exquisite. The relationships that you have with, the people you meet, you come in contact with, your crew, so to speak. I mean, some really good shit so far, man, that I've seen. I mean, there's not a lot that I can really say about it, because I've only got, I don't got that much time invested in it right now. But what I do have invested in this game, I mean, it's going to be a doozy. I rented it for 5 days thinking that, with this 5 days, it's going to be, enough time for me to go and beat the game. But no, sir. I'll be renting it again for another 5 days. And I think that would be just enough time for me to complete it and get everything done that I need to get done too. Because I'm doing side quests out the ass. I mean, I'm not going straight through the story and all of that. I'm trying to, flesh out the game a little bit. And the replay value on it, I can definitely see potential in replay value on this game. You can go a bunch of different ways in this game, story wise, and how you carry yourself, and get different outcomes and stuff. That thing is dope as well. A friend of mine, is talking about getting it. He's on the fence, but I think I persuaded him to go ahead and get the game. He's going to, matter of fact, he'll be watching me on SharePlay in a few hours, and he'll get to see a little bit what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, I mean, if you haven't played it, it just came out, so definitely check it out. If you can rent it, do that. Gamefly or a movie trading company or something like that. If you're not sold 100%, but I will say this: if you went and bought this game, you would not be wasting your money. This is one game that I can honestly say it is money well spent if you buy this game. And that's saying a lot. You know what I mean? Because we're talking about Obsidian, who comes from, the Fallout franchise. And, with all the shit going on with that franchise, man, the shit is in my mind. The shit is in my head, and it's almost like I can't get it out. But that's why I rented it. That's why I tested it. That's why I play in it, to see what all the fuss was about, to see if it was really going to separate itself from, that franchise. And, it has. It's its own thing, guys. It's like Fallout Vegas mixed with Mass Effect. That's what a lot of people are saying. And now I can understand why they would say that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really good, man. It's really good. You got a lot of freedom in this game. You can do a lot of different things, man. I'm just getting into, finding a bunch of weapons now and looking for more. Yeah, it's crazy out here in these outer world streets. But I'm going to leave you guys with that. I want to thank everybody for joining me and listening to this podcast. If you want to reach out, if you want to be on the show, like I talked about earlier, if you want to talk about some things, if you just have a question, or if you just want to, talk about a certain subject, on the show, man, hit me up. You can get at me very, very easy, man, on Instagram at Studio MacGyver79 or Twitter at Studio MacGyver. Also, if you into merch, nerd culture, hoodies, beanies, hats, man, check out Beautiful Nerds, guys. That's www.beautifulnerds.com. Nerds is spelled Nurdz. Check them out. They update new stuff every month. They got some dope shit on there, man. I'm telling you right now. And coming soon is the official Dragon Ball podcast shirt from your boy. Yes, Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball Video Game Podcast hoodies and t-shirts and mugs coming soon. So if you go there to Beautiful Nerds and buy one of those, hey, you'll be helping me out. A big deal. And you'll be showing your love, showing your fucking support for the show. All of that, man. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. You have been listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. See you next time.